name is Kelly Chandrapal. I'm from Schenectady, New York. I live with my dad and my younger brother. I like to read, write, and cook. A big part of my identity is that I'm Guyanese American. My family is from Guyana. Guyana is a small country in South America. My family's from Berbice, and Berbice is split into different villages, so we are from Village 55. A fun fact about Guyana is that it is the only country in South America whose official language is English. We speak broken English, also known as Guyanese Creole. As a child, I used to visit Guyana every summer for about 3 to 4 weeks. I would always go with my grandma, or as we say, my Aji. My Aji and I, along with a few other members of my family, would stay at our house that we own over there. We would leave from JFK and go to the national airport in Guyana, which is called Cheddi Jagan. As you can see in the pictures, that the airport in New York is a lot bigger than the airport in Guyana. The airport is so small that only about 2 to 3 planes can be there at a time. And when I was a child, we would have to walk like directly outside to board the plane because there weren't any gates like there are now to walk right into the plane. And that was probably my favorite part, like going outside and walking up the stairs. But even though I love visiting Guyana, one of the worst parts for me was always the 6 hour flight because I would get this thing called airplane air. My ears used to hurt really, really bad, and I didn't know why. My grandma told me that it is something that a lot of people experience. And airplane air is basically just the discomfort in your ear when flying due to the change in altitude. And altitude is the height above a certain level. So as the plane takes off and the altitude changes, um, what happens is there's an imbalance in air pressure. So the air pressure in your ear doesn't match the air pressure in the airplane, which causes the pain. And your eustachian tube that's in your ear cannot regulate the air fast enough to balance out the air. So, one thing my grandma told me to do was chew gum because this helped with moving the muscles by the eustachian tube so it can open and close more often to let air in and out regularly, to balance out the air pressure so your ears wouldn't hurt as much. And besides chewing gum, you could also hold your nose and blow like you're trying to blow your nose. That helps with the discomfort, and you could also use earplugs. This doesn't only happen in airplanes, this also happens whenever there's an altitude change in the environment, so driving through mountains or swimming too deep in the water.